All right, so Scott's going to do an intro and then we'll have Star, and there we go.
Welcome everyone, both here at the museum and at home. Hope you're all comfortable and looking forward to a good meeting. And I wanted to welcome you to the first of our fall meetings for the 2022 season. So wanted to let everyone know that we have field trips every once in a while that we'll be offering. But you'll need to check for those on the newsletter, either the hard copy one or online on our website where we have the newsletter posted, and you'll be able to follow all of those needs. We don't have any real announcements to make tonight, I don't think. So, oh, very good. Yes. I forgot. We've got the birdathon coming up this October. We're doing another fall one, as you probably read in the newsletter. So this will be the October 8th and 9th, I believe. And all of you that would like to support our counters, we'd really appreciate it. The funds that we raise, as you know, goes to a number of organizations here in El Paso that support wildlife. The zoo, who does a lot of the raptor rehabilitation, one of the rehab centers that's here in El Paso, Rio Bosque, is another recipient. And then some of the money goes to our local chapter as well as the state chapter. So the money is well spent and it goes to some very good causes. So I hope that you'll all be able to support us in these efforts. So with that, I'd like to get, oh, Eddie.
Just add that a little over a week, we have had $2,800 so far from very generous contributors.
Yeah, Eddie Chu, our treasurer, was telling me that, telling all of us here that we've had already $2,800, $2,800 sent to the chapter as part of the funds for the birdathon. So thank you all very much for doing that. This early support is really appreciated. And I hope it'll help some of you to throw in your support to one of the counters. So with that, I'd like to introduce our speaker tonight, Star Posada, who's going to be talking about her great Texas Birding Classic experience down in South Texas. And so I'll let her introduce the whole thing. It should be really interesting. Star, thank you very much.
All right, can I get a thumbs up that everybody's seeing the full screen presentation?
We do.
Okay, switch. Okay, just okay. All right, hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Star Posada, and I am the field trip coordinator for the Paso Audubon Society. And one of the events that I really enjoyed doing was the Great Texas Birding Classic. So I'm going to talk to everyone about this event in hopes that we can get some groups for the 2023 year to represent El Paso County. So what is the Great Texas Birding Classic? Well, it's the biggest, longest, wildest bird watching tournament in the US. All levels and ages of birders are welcome to join this Texas bird watching event during spring migration. And there's different types of categories, which I'll explain which ones I think would work best for El Paso County. We just have to register, and then all the money that is raised will go towards birding conservation projects. Some of the sponsors are TOS and Toyota. So how do we participate? Well, first of all, we have to read the term and rules and pick whichever category we would like to participate in. We got to find our team members. You don't have to be the greatest birder out there. You don't have to be perfect. It's a team. So we all work together and we all help each other out while we're out there. You got to fill out the registration form and pay for the fees. You can either pay that individually or we can find sponsors to help pay our fees as well. All of our submissions are going to happen through eBird. So everyone has to have an eBird account, and we have to be registered under the Texas portal of eBird. You get to pick your own dates, anywhere from, it starts in April. So spring migration, you pick your dates, the whole team picks your dates. And then finally, we just submit the checklist through eBird. So I know this is very small and a lot of information, but on my next slide, I'll talk about which categories I think El Paso County would benefit from. But these are all the different categories that are available for us to participate, anything from all ages. Some of them are for just teenagers, children, and groups of either 3 or 5, even 1 or more people. So a lot for us to be able to do to represent El Paso County. These are the 3 categories that I think would be good for this area. The big sit, which is basically we sit around for 24 hours and bird. We write down what we see. Everyone has to see the birds, but it's basically sitting down and birding for 24 hours. The next one, which is the one I like to participate in, is the sunrise to noon. It's 3 to 5 participants. And we start at sunrise and we finish at noon. Everyone has to travel together. We all have to stay together and we all have to see the bird, either physically, like see it visually or hear it. And the state park tournament, since we do have, Franklin Mountain State Park, Waco Tanks, we could even do this one. Again, 3 to 5 participants and it's 24 hours of birding. So these are the 3 categories I think would be good in this El Paso County. So I think the hardest part would be finding team members. And this is my team from 2021. We were called a morning in Crockett County. And then in 2022, this is our team. We were Team Curlew because we were birding Kerrville area. So you get to come up with the name of your team as well. So we like to be creative. And you'll see some of the other teams right now later on when I post how we did. So these are my team members. So I mentioned registration fees. If we are going to be sponsored, it's $50 per team member. If we're not being sponsored and we're paying our own fees, it is $30 per team member. And you do get these awesome shirts. They select an artist for the winner of the different shirts. So all of these are artists that were chosen. This is the one from 2022. But yeah, these are the registration fees. And like I said, you do get a cool t-shirt that we wear on the day of us birding. You submit your checklist through eBird. Again, it has to be under the Texas eBird. And those of you who aren't familiar with eBird, it's the best time to start learning. That's how I actually started learning through eBird because we had to input it. So I started now using eBird. I'm pretty far behind, but now I know how to use eBird. And I can teach anyone how to use eBird if anyone needs any help. So back in 2021, we birded Crockett County and we were called a morning in Crockett County. And these were the areas we ended up birding from sunrise to noon. For those of you that don't know where Crockett County is, it's in Ozona, Texas. And so on this trip, I had 9 lifers. So I like doing these Great Texas Birding Classics in different counties because one of my goals for retirement is to bird every single county in Texas. So this is a way of me to check off that county. I've been to Crockett County, I've been to Kirk County. And so here in Crockett County, I had 9 lifers, which I listed there. And here are some of the pictures that we took that day, that morning. We ended up being 11th place for the tournament. And remember, I mentioned those cool names. Well, here are some of the names from the different groups that participated. So like I said, we get to pick our own name. The hummingbird charms, the old squawks, the blue buntings, but this is the listing of the sunrise to noon tournament. And I think we did pretty good, 11th place, wasn't that bad. We ended up seeing 60 species from sunrise to noon. And 2022, we were Team Curlew and we did Kerr County. So these were the spots we birded in Kerr County, again, sunrise to noon. Some of the birds we saw, I had 9 lifers here as well, but these were some of the birds that we saw. And of course, Kerr County compared to El Paso County, green and there's water, lots of birds. But I checked off Kerr County for my list as well, Kerr County. And I had 9 lifers again. Some of these I won't be able to see here in El Paso. So again, another reason why I like birding different counties, but I would love to bird El Paso County for 2023. So I'm looking for teammates. Here we ended up being 10th place. We saw a total of 68 different species. And again, look at some of these names: cemetery birders, lights out Dallas, put a bird on it. That was my favorite. But yeah, 10th place out of 22. Yeah. So those of you that are interested, let's start thinking about names. And you can participate in more than one group. So
Like per year.
yep. You can do as many sunrise to noons throughout the period of spring migration. So it's up to you on how many you want to participate, the big sits as well. I think I could only do one big sit though. But the sunrise to noon, again, it's a little bit shorter. It's doable. So keep that in mind as well. The registration fees go to projects that get funded, and the winners pick which projects get funded. Here are some of the ones that got funded in 2022, and I wanted to highlight the BJ Bishop Wetlands because that is in Presidio County, which does fall under Trans-Pecos, and we are Trans-Pecos El Paso Audubon Society. And have any of you been to the BJ Wetlands? BJ, no? Okay, I have pictures on my next slide. I've been there. I've been to Presidio and I got to bird at the wetlands there. And that is one of the field trips I want to do during fall migration. So look out for that one. It's a little bit far, so it's going to take some planning, which is what I'm trying to get down right now. But that is going to happen coming up, possibly November. Again, these are just some of the projects that were funded with the registration fees that were collected. So what they're trying to do at the wetlands, the Bishop Wetlands in Presidio County, is build a bird blind just to make it more, birder friendly, and have signage, because currently there is no sign on how to get there. You have to read the comments on eBird to tell people how to get there. I got lost 3 times trying to get there, but I finally found it. These are pictures from the wetland. Very beautiful area to bird. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with, the funding that they got. And so the 2023 registration will open. The deadline will be April 1st, and the dates will be posted online at the Great Texas Birding Classic website. So look out for the dates. I, of course, will start letting people know on our Facebook page when the registration starts happening, but I want people to start thinking about whether they want to participate or not, because it's going to go by quick. So the dates to bird will be April 15th and May 15th. And if we are looking to submit any conservation grant proposals, those are due May 1st as well. So if anyone knows of any grant proposal that they would like to submit, that one's due May 1st. And again, we have to write this up and submit it, but yeah, do you guys have any questions so far? I know I spoke really quick. No? Heather, nobody has questions? Okay. That was it. That was it. That was it. Anyone here would like to participate next? 2023, one so far? Yeah.
How did you meet the people you want to team with?
So good question. My teammates, Bill Sane, let me see if I can go back. So morning in Crockett County, Bill and Barbara, I met Bill actually birding in Alpine. I got invited to do some birding at one of the restoration sites down there, and he was one of the guides, and that's how I met him. And he invited me to be on his team. I didn't know what this event was, and he took me under his wing, also Barbara, and they showed me a lot. So it's a new county, birds I hadn't seen before, so they taught me a lot of, you know, birding and identification down there, and that I think that's the most intimidating thing, birding in different counties, is not knowing these birds. So when you do have people in those counties that do know those birds, it helps out a lot. So that's why I said, if you're new to the area of Paso County and you don't know the birds, you know, you can ask us, we can show you, we can help you out. But yes, Bill Sane and Barbara took me under their wing here in Crockett County, and same thing in Kerr County. Bill again, Barbara and Crystal Ledesma, excellent birders. Again, showed me a lot of new birds that I won't ever see here in El Paso County, but introduced me to them there. One of my favorite was the golden cheek warbler. Yeah, and the yellow-throated warbler. But again, you know, if they had patience in showing me these birds, because they're like, look at the yellow-rumped warbler, and I'm like, oh, where is it? But and then the calling too, that's what I'm trying to get into, is identification, bird call identification. So
I was wondering, how did you get hooked up with this?
so again, both Bill and Barbara have a county checklist. And so I think Bill has birded every county in Texas. Bill, I'm not sure if you're on the call, but yes, and Barbara as well. So they're big time birders. They've been doing it for a very long time. And Bill wanted to finish his Crockett County bird list. He wanted to get 200 species. So that's why we birded that area. I am trying to get Bill, Crystal, and Barb to El Paso County for 2023. They kind of mentioned coming this way, so hopefully they get to bird down here with us. But yeah, and so Crystal Ledesma actually lives in Kerr County, and so that's why we did Kerr County this year. So unless you guys know of any other county and we want to travel over there, we can go to any county in Texas. I'm always down to go to South Texas. But yeah.
April.
Yes. Mhm.
So you might say, for instance, do a couple Saturday.
Mhm.
sunrise or
Yep.
days.
And you can do it in any county as well. So
One day, 2 or 3 days.
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know
I think with the rules, you could do.
any, however many times. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, each one will have its own submissions on eBird.
You probably have to pay the registration.
Yeah, for each one. Yeah.
What are some of the crazier categories, like, or, it's just out of curiosity.
Yeah, no. Let's see if we can read this. So again, the big sit is we're sitting for 24 hours and birding. I don't know where we would do
Does everybody
that.
have to stay or?
I think that one,
So
yeah, you can rotate it.
you just can't be.
Yeah. So where would you guys think we could do the big sit here? John Casado's house?
Right?
But yeah, so. And then if anyone has teenagers or young children, I know in 2021, there was a youth group that represented El Paso County. So, yeah. Kathy Whelan was on that. Yeah, so. But El Paso County doesn't get selected, so I would like to put us on this event. So again, sunrise to noon, I think is the easiest, or the state park one, since we do have Crockett State Park.
How long is the time on it? Is it sunrise to me as well?
Oh, for the state park one? It's at up to 24 hours in a single day, midnight to midnight. So we could camp there too.
There's a huge power one, people, you have to buy for a walk.
Yes.
So,
I didn't put that one on there, but yes. And again, you can look at all these categories online at the website. Just type in Great Texas Birding Classic. And all the rules are on there as well. But yes. Yeah, you have to submit what day you're gonna do it when we register. Yeah, if we want to do different counties, then we'll each have to pay our registration fee for each of the times we go bird. And you'll get more shirts.
How the site's on.
Yeah, but
The team that.
yeah, I'm not gonna be on that one.
They have one other.
But yeah, I think also it's cool to come up with these unique names. Again, let's go back to some of these awesome names. Grackalicious. And I think that's the fun part about this. And then they have a like a awards ceremony. They've been virtual, so everyone's invited to watch them too. And then they come up with the places we place. So, yeah, some of these first, second, and third are, South Texas, the Galveston, Sandhill Craniacs. So, yeah, that's why I mentioned South Texas too.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, when we've done bird on it, we get people that are getting into the 80s, 90s in El Paso, right? Yeah.
So we can do it, like, we can start at Rio Bosque, we can go anywhere as long as it's El Paso County. So it is a lot of driving too. We gotta be quick.
Yeah, no lingering. Yeah.
John.
Yes.
There.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I volunteered to drive in Kirk County just because I wasn't too familiar with the birds. I would rather drive and have them look out the windows and bird and then point at the bird towards me, but yeah. Yeah, we will need to drive fast to these different locations if they're gonna be far. Right. Mhm.
Places. I suppose it's just strategically, hot spots that you want.
And this is why I'm starting early, because I want teams. And it's gonna take some time in thinking of where we're gonna go bird, what spots we're gonna go bird.
I think they have on bird, that 135 total includes Hudson County in Mexico. So, it would be a little less. And given is, usually around 100 species. And he includes, areas farther on. That's just it.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay. Yeah, see, we have great birding spots here, so I think we can do great here.
It's hard to compete
With the coast.
Yeah.
And it should be-
Yeah, it's one of those spots I'd like to go birding, but again, a lot of those birds are gonna be new to me, so I'd be very intimidated.
I'd rather do that than one that feels.
Yeah, not And so my next thing is, if anyone has suggestions for field trips where you all would like to go, let me know. I am working on planning the San Hill cranes that up at Bosque de la Pache. This year, the festival is December 1st through the 3rd. So I'm either gonna do it the weekend before or the weekend after. So we'll keep that. I'll be going down there periodically to see how many cranes and geese we have before the field trip, but I will announce that on the Facebook page. And then again, the EJ Bishop Wetlands in Presidio County, that is gonna happen in November as well. Yes, there's the,
Bird trap.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll keep them in mind. And maybe the blue mockingbird might show up at Rattlesnake Springs again. That is also, when it happens, that will be a field trip like, hey, I'm going, who wants to go, kind of last minute thing for that rarity down there.
Any other questions? Star or comments?
Can I just ask, if anybody has any recommendations for future meetings? We don't have any possible present.
We'll have Scott next month talking about the birding trip to the Philippines. And then we'll have, I think Mike Harvey, who's a professor here. And then photo share December, but after that, definitely happy is.
Also, I will be creating a little post about the bird-friendly coffee for those of you that couldn't be here and taste the coffee. Just in case anyone is interested, I might be starting a coffee club, a bird-friendly coffee club. So, yeah. Just in case you all like the coffee.
Okay, well, there are no other comments or input. We'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting. I did want to mention that the program next month will be a presentation about birding in the Philippines to try and see if there is interest with anyone here about going to Philippines for an exploratory trip. This would be February 2nd through the 14th, I believe, are the dates in 2023. So we'll have a lot of information about it. And if anybody's interested, you can contact me. I can send you some of the itinerary that what we have is the itinerary right now, all the details, the cost. So this next presentation in October will be about the potential trip and what everyone's likely to see. And I'm doing this in conjunction with Elizabeth Chase, who is from the Philippines. She goes back there every year, and she's done a lot of birding there already. So she's familiar with it, and she's very excited about the opportunity to have people from here go and experience that. So.
Sorry if you have a question. So, if you can tell us a little bit about the problem. Oh.
Yeah, about the coffee club. I'm gonna make a post, or you can send me a message on my Facebook under Star Posada. But yeah, what was the specific question?
What is that? conflict?
well, I'll talk about that. I'm still trying to get all the details and stuff. But it'll be like buying wholesale coffee from them. So the coffee I had here tonight is Dean's Coffee. And yeah, it's shade grown, bird friendly. And I have websites and stuff that will explain what that is. Again, I'm gonna make a post on the Facebook page about the coffee. And we'll share it through email as well, so.
All right, well, thank you, everyone, here in the Centennial Museum, and those of you at home. Really appreciate you all coming and listening to the presentation tonight. And hope you'll keep Star's offer in mind so that when she is sending out the information, you can get in touch with her and participate. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you next month, either here at the museum or online. Night.
Thank you guys for coming.